Hello and welcome back to our Jarvis testing tutorial. I know this is a pretty late video, but recently I got so many things and so many new things to learn. That's why I haven't focused on this. But I'm getting the same basic questions of Selenium, how to write the scripts and all. So I thought it's time to make another video. So in this video, I'm going to cover a simple Maven project. After this, you will be ready to write your own Selenium script, own Selenium first script, I can say, not a whole framework. So in this video I will be telling you why to use Maven project instead of Java project. What is the difference between those two? And my environment for this project is already set up. So if you want to know about the environment details, you can watch my old video. So and after this video, your most of the questions will be answered. If still you got any new questions, you can comment or you can message me. I will answer those. Okay, so before we start, just to check our environment is ready, we can go to command, type Java. Okay, so we are ready to go. So first I will create a simple project, simple Java project, and add Selenium jars. Means how to do initial setup. No, I guess I have already covered that. But still I will do fast so you can understand the difference. So if I go here, Java project, testing sample. Okay, here you can see you will get only a normal Java structure. Here you can go to properties, Java build path, libraries, add external jars. Now what is jars? Why we need to import these jars? Jar is nothing but a Java project only. If I am writing this project and in future I want to reuse this project as a reference for another project, so I can create a jar of this project and I can just simply add the jar to my new project. Just like you are seeing these many jars, these are nothing but a projects also, you can say, and this every single jar has same Java classes, and just that it is bind in a one single jar and it is reusable. So you already know how to download Selenium and import these jars. Apply and close. Now package will be first scripts. You know the basics, like package name should always start with a small letter and class name always start with a capital letter. Then include main class here. Now here, if I want to write a Selenium sorry script, so what I need to do first, I need to, we are missing something, we are missing web drive, sorry, Chrome driver, because how our Java program knows that which browser it have to open and how it will open that uh, browse specific browser. So there are, for every single browser there are a driver exes, we can say. So if I go to Chrome driver download, always go here, help, about Google Chrome, check your what is your Chrome version you have, then go here, check match the same Chrome version here and download that jar. Here download this if you are using Windows. Obviously in my contact everyone uses Windows, so you need to download this zip file. When you download this zip file, it will look like this. Don't check my download files. Okay, and when you export this, it will look like this. Just copy this, come here and paste in your root directory. Okay, when you paste it to the root directory, now we need to tell our Java program that where this our Chrome driver exe is located. For that, system dot set property or properties, I'm always confused, set property I guess. Okay, here we need to write web driver dot chrom dot drive. So if you are using Firefox, the driver name will be Kiko driver. If you are using Edge, then that will be different name. If you are using Opera, that will be different name. Just write those name here, whatever browser you are referring to. And here we have to add path of this Chrome driver. So what people do, they add this whole path. Never ever use this path, because if you copy this project in some other computer, or if you copy this project into some other drive, it is gonna fail. That's why don't give its absolute path, always give its class path. What is class path? Class path always start from this root folder. So whatever you write here, it will search that in first in this path, means under this testing folder. So under this testing folder, where is our Chrome driver? It is located in a root. So there is no subfolder or anything, so you can directly write but this is not a good habit to place it in a root directory. When you are writing a framework, you always create some subfolder like drivers, or set up something, put your drivers there and give a class path of that. But again, always give class path, not absolute path or our system path. Okay, then we are ready to create our web driver. Driver is equal to new Chrome driver. What the hell? New switch Chrome driver. Okay, and I will just tell you why it is giving warning, because maybe something is not imported or some exceptions are there. So just control shift O, press control shift O, it will automatically import those files. Just remember these shortcuts. Okay, then now we can use our driver object, driver dot get. I'm not gonna show you the implicit weight and all in this, because it is still not a Maven project. Okay, because of this keyboard. Always write this http colon, because some URLs don't work without this. Let's test this. Okay, okay, so we are good to go. So now is the question, oh, what is this? Now the question is, if everything is working fine with this Java project, why we need to go with the Maven project? What is the necessary of that? Now what is the problem? If you go here in Java, in reference libraries, here you can see the path of these jars. It is locating your drive, user arbos means my name and my download folder. So now I want this project, give this project to my friend. So what my friend will do, copy this project, open in this Eclipse. So but in his computer he don't have this user Rohit Bhosle folder and all. So obviously his folder he will get an error. So what you have to do, you have to again go to the site, download this Selenium jars and import it. So it may sound simple, but what if you have not just Selenium, you have TestNG, JUnit, some Cucumber or some Lombok or a number of dependencies, and your reference library have like thousands of jars. So every time you transfer your project from your system to other system, that person have to again go look for all those jars and import in his project. So it is not a good habit. So that's why we use Maven project. So I will show what Maven do. So I will just convert this to Maven project. Okay, when I convert it to Maven project, when you go to file new Maven project, you also get this same. So I'm just converting my existing project to the Maven project. So you can see now now I have got this one pom.xml file. Now what this pom.xml file is responsible for? So this is responsible for downloading the references. I guess I have already reference libraries and all. It may make you confused. Let's close this project and try to create a new Maven project so you can understand better. Go to new Maven project. Why it is not loading my artifact? Okay, it is still retrieving the archetype. Okay, once you get this box, just select quick start, click on next. Group ID, just give anything. Okay, what is this group ID and artifact ID? When we use this group ID, this is like advanced stuff, but for now you can just give anything, like what project name you want to give, and just complete this. It is not that much advanced. I'm just skipping this part for now. Okay, let it load. You can see it's downloading some basic files. So in our Java project, what we have did, we created Java project, then downloaded Selenium jars. Okay, then there there was some reference libraries where we were seeing this jars. So currently here you can see there are no anything Selenium or anything such jars are not present here. So we are using pom xml file. So we are going this pom xml file. So what pom xml file do? It accepts dependencies, and uh, once we give dependency, now what is dependency? Like our project is depend on Selenium jars. Like some projects are depend on test engine jars, some projects are depend on Spring Boot jar. Means every project have some dependency, and what is dependency? Some other project, and those other projects are already converted into jar and available in repository on the cloud, or we can say on internet it is available. So we tell Maven, whatever you use the word. uh, so we tell Maven that I my project is depend on this dependency. So what is your work is go search these dependencies, and I want in my project. So Maven knows his job. So what Maven do? It search for those dependencies and download those dependencies into your project. Okay, so now what is my dependency? My dependency is Selenium. So how I can add Selenium dependency here? So I will go to here and just type Selenium Maven dependency. Go to maven repository.com, choose Selenium Java, because obviously we are using Java. This red means or alpha means it is not a stable, means still it is in under process, or some classes of it not finalized. So always go for this stable version. Copy this dependency, go back to your project and just paste it. After pasting it, you can see the magic. Just keep an eye on this Maven dependencies here. What it will do, it will download the dependencies your in your system. Okay, so you will say, then what is the point? In Java project also the jar files was in my system only. So what Maven is doing, Maven is also downloading the this jar into my system only. So what is the benefit between Java project and Maven project? So the difference is, or the benefit is, whenever, so I just added this Maven dependency. Suppose I have thousand of dependencies, still it is gonna download in my system. But when I'm transferring this project to my friend or some other computer, I don't have to copy this all Selenium jars and all. I just have to copy this project into his system, and my friend or the other system also don't have to go and search all these dependencies and all. Once I just copy pasted my project in his system, and once that project is opened, what Maven will do, Maven will search his system if those jars are available in his system or not. And when Maven knows that no, it is some different system and these jars are not available in this system, Maven, what Maven will do, Maven download jars from cloud or whatever repository it have. So now you understand how Maven works. Maven first search or look for local system. Means if in my system it also in my system also, what when I give this dependency, the Maven did what he did, it searched my system, and it found that on this specific location I don't have this Selenium jar files. So the next step is download it from cloud and store in my system. So we don't have to worry about this. Okay, because now your project will handle everything. Whatever dependencies are there, you can just now copy this project anywhere and you are good to go. Okay, this is our first step. Now you understand why to use Maven project. So never, I don't say never use, because nobody use simple Java project, everyone use Maven project only, or Gradle project, or whatever it is. But for now we'll just see Maven project. So that is the benefit. And also here you can see the structure of this project. It is giving me two nice folders with some packages, inbuilt packages. Oh, in Java project we didn't got this, so it is telling me, yeah, do like this. So your project is um, looks good. And also if the new programmer come or something, someone new is coming, he knows, yeah, some test files are in this and main files are in this package. For now I don't need these packages, I will just delete it. I'm gonna delete it. Okay, and I will not go in main because we are not building a framework here, we are just focusing on one single script. So my script, oh, this is a package name. What the hell? Okay, so here I'm creating a class, my first script. We want obviously main. Okay, so we are going to write our script here, but we're forgetting something. What? The Chrome driver. You will tell, what the hell, why pom.xml haven't downloaded this Chrome exe? No, it will not download, we have to download it, because Maven will download only jar dependencies. If you are good enough or expert enough, then create something that will download this driver also. Okay, okay, now we have our Chrome and driver exe here, so we are good to go. Now the same stuff as well as always type something and press Ctrl plus space, so Eclipse is smart enough to complete it. Set property, what to write here? Okay, what is this? Class path, remember this word, class path. Okay, so Now what we'll do, I'm just going to show you one simple site, which is this my store. You can use this for automation practice. The site itself name says automation practice. So what we'll do, okay, I'm already signed in. We'll open this site, sign in, go to woman and t-shirt. Okay, we'll do this simple script today. Let's see how it goes. Get ready. Okay, so the first step is we are using Chrome driver, Chrome browser. So we have set uh, our driver path, or path variable, or environment variable, whatever we can say, or property of this path to Chrome driver. So the next step is, so you know the way to create a Chrome driver, like a web driver is equal to new Chrome driver. But before that, there is one option you may know, but use this option, Chrome options. We want to say set some options for Chrome, means how our Chrome should behave. Sorry for the noise if you are hearing some voices. Too much disturbance, man. This is work from home. Okay. Options. What I was doing, I was paused this video and I'm resuming it back. So I don't remember where I was. Option. Okay. Options. Now what we are doing, we are setting some options for Chrome, so that our Chrome behave like that. Options dot add argument. Okay, so I want my Chrome to be maximized. Okay, and I want to do all my work in a incognito mode. So my history or some, I want my Chrome to be, sorry if I'm repeating this because I'm pausing this video and sitting back here. Okay, so if I want my Chrome to be maximized, this is my first, and I want my Chrome to be open in incognito mode. Okay, so whatever requirement you want, you can set Chrome options here. So the syntax is double dash start dash maximized. This is my first argument. Options dot add argument, dash dash incognito. I don't know if my spelling is correct. Let me check. Okay, once you set these arguments, now it's time to create a web driver. It is not necessary to use same variable name. You can give anything, WebDriver, Jarvis driver, or something. Okay, Chrome driver. So what this Chrome driver will do, Chrome driver accept one parameter, and that parameter is option. Okay, I was getting error. What I did, I entered Control Shift O, and the error automatically gone. You can see it automatically what we call imported this line. Control S, the error is gone. Okay, so here one more thing to note. Here you can see this is a web driver and this is a new Chrome driver. So you ever got this question like, this is a web driver, what is this, a class? So whenever we create a object of some class, like I want to create object of this class, my first script, what I will do, I write my first, here I am writing my first script, some object obj is equal to new my descript. So this way it will create a object of my this class. So here you can see I'm using here web driver is equal to new web driver is equal to new Chrome driver. This is different, this is different, then how it is creating the object. Okay, so web driver is not a class, it is an interface. And what Chrome driver is an actual class which implements this web driver interface. So you know that we cannot create an object for an interface, but we can create object for a class. So we can assign that class object to an interface if only if that class is implementing that interface. So this is a Java basic concepts. You may already know, but just try to look over smart here. Okay, now we got the driver object. So what driver is responsible for? So driver is responsible for handling the web browser or communicating with the web browser. So driver is only responsible for communicating with the web browser. The rest, the logic things and all is our uh, what who is doing is Java is doing, or JDK or whatever. The driver object is responsible for communication with the browser. Okay, so now what I want, now my browser is starting as a maximize. I want I want to wait till my page is loading, or before doing any action, or before finding any element. It throws an exception that element is not found. So I want to wait for like 10 second, like 10 second before throwing an exception. So we call it a implicit wait. So Selenium provides you two or three types of wait, or two types of wait: explicit wait, implicit wait, or there is one more, fluent wait. So we'll focus on implicit wait only in this today's script, because I already told you this is gonna be a only one page script. Okay, so what implicit wait is responsible for, whatever implicit wait we give it, before throwing any exception or whatever, it wait for that many time to look, search for that element, or to load, to wait till that element is loaded into our program, or our driver object uh, needs time to recognize that element. So we need to define how much time our driver want. So here I am giving driver dot manage dot timeouts dot implicitly wait how many, uh, I want for 10 seconds. So here time unit dot sec. I don't know why it is automatically right clicking it. Okay, so now once I set this driver dot manage dot for entire script, or wherever I am using this driver object, I am specifically using only this driver object, only this driver. So wherever I am using this driver object, it will be set for a 10 second, means before throwing an exception the driver defaults is a 10 second. So I can, if I am using the same driver object in other class or in other package, the implicit will be the same, unless I create or change the implicit wait in other class. By that time it will be the same. Okay, when we need to change implicit wait in certain conditions, we obviously need to lower down implicit wait and again set it to default. There are some scenarios, but you will get to know when you start actually working on such projects. For now just set it to 10. It's standard way, means on your web page not take much time, more than 10 seconds. Okay, so our next step is go to the URL, driver dot get URL. Okay, so get URL, get is responsible for accessing the URL. I want this URL to be opened. Okay, so now if I run this program, my browser will open. Okay, I will just show you, and driver dot close, and it will close the browser. Let's test this. Okay, it is open browser, access to URL, and it's closed. So there is one more method like driver dot quit. and it do the same job closing the browser. So just to tell you the difference, go to task manager, and here you can see to type ch here chrome driver, and this is still running here, so we have to manually end this task. As if you run this 10 times, the 10 chrome drivers will be running in this task manager. Okay, now I will show you quit method. Okay, now I will again run this program. Now it will do the same: open the browser, access the URL, and close the browser. Once it loads the whole page, it will close the browser. Okay, so now if I go to task manager and if I type ch, you can see there is no chrome driver running. That means quick quit method quit method have ended that task also. Okay, so I'm leaving it to quit method because I want to end that process. Driver dot close we use when we have multiple tabs and we just want to close only one tab and the other tabs should stay there. That in that case we use driver dot close. So and when you want to close, we have like 10 tabs and you want to close entire browser and end all the process, then use driver dot quit. Okay, that's the difference. Hope it is helpful for you. So the next step we are doing, we are accessing the URL. Now we are gonna open this URL, click on this sign in. We are going to enter this email address, password, and sign in. Okay, so I have already explained you how to copy the XPath of this email address, how to copy the password or XPath of this password, and if you don't know you can watch my XPath video. So I'm not going to explain how to copy the XPath or anything. I will just show you how to enter text in this using XPath, how to enter text using XPath, and click on this button. Okay, so here, okay, just to save time, control shift O, I have already done this. So to click on a login, so what I'm doing, first clicking on this sign in button. I will just show you for this one. Okay, go to here and you can see what it have a unique class name login, so that's why I'm using by dot class name. So by have different method, by dot class name, by dot id, by dot xpath. So there are different methods. So if you don't know the class name, you can go for id. If you don't know id, you can go for a by dot css. If you don't know css, then you can go for by dot xpath. Xpath is our last option. When you don't know anything, then you can go by xpath. So currently every web object here, like this sign in button, or this email id, all have something unique like id. This password have some name, or it also have id. So I'm using those unique elements to locate those. Okay, and once I locate this, I'm using this uh, just try to understand this driver dot find element, this this much. Okay, what it is doing, driver dot find element, what I'm doing, driver is a object of what, WebDriver interface. That means it is locating this Chrome driver, and driver have some element, find element means this. For now understand this, suppose this Chrome driver, WebDriver interface have this find element method. Okay, and the return type of this method which we have in WebDriver interface is a web element. So this the blue what I have marked, it is returning me one object of web element. Okay, so I can store that web element object in some web element variable and process on it. Or instead, I know that I am getting the web element object, and I'm just writing dot click here. So I know the method web element methods means web element is also object of some class, and that class also have some methods. So using that object, because we are getting object in return, so using that object we can access method of that class. So this blue is returning me a web element object. So just consider this whole as a one object, and of that object I'm calling click method dot. When we use dot, when we are using referring to other class. Okay, so that object dot class dot click means it is responsible for clicking this web element. So in same way, this is returning me one web element of txt type or a text box, and dot send keys is a method of that object, and in send keys accept one string. Okay, so we can pass one string, whatever string we pass in this send keys, it will enter in this email id, or in password it will, yeah. So for just for a demonstration, because if I run the script it will run too fast, you can't see anything. I will make a program stop for some 5 seconds. So thread dot sleep will make it stop. Don't use sleep anywhere in your program, because it will slow down your execution. Okay, I'm using this just for your demonstration. Okay, so first what you will do, first it will locate the a text box of email, then enter this text, then stop the program for 5 seconds, then go to password text box, enter this password, and I will need to hide this password, otherwise you will guys will use my password and spam my account. Okay, and then again it will sleep for some 5 seconds, then click on the login button, then we are going to log in into our system, sorry, into that URL. Okay, let's try this. Before that, I don't want to log in and just close this, I also want to log out before closing it. Okay, so that will be our whole process, or it is good habit to always log out, otherwise your account will get locked. Because if you are running script like 100 times and just logging it without logging out, so some sites have this, like if you're logging in 5 times without logging out, your account will be locked out. So always make a habit of logout. Okay, so I have already made this logout code just to save time. Okay, so I'm here, you can see here I'm using xpath, because that logout button don't have any id or any specific class name or any css, so I am using here a xpath. So it will directly click on that xpath. Once it click on that logout button, uh, will be logged out from that site. You can see here I am again sleeping it for 5 seconds. That means before logging out we can at least see, yeah, we are logged in, otherwise it will do so fast that you can't find the difference between when it is logged in and when it is logged out. So that's why I'm using here thread.sleep again. Okay, let's run this program, hope it works. You can see here incognito, it is starting in incognito mode, it is starting full screen. That means our chrome options are also working here. Okay, it is typing our email id, waiting for 5 seconds, then it is type password, then again 5 seconds, then click on sign in button. Okay, we are signed in, you can see here sign out button is there, it will automatically click on that. Yeah, it is clicked and we are logging out. Okay, so we are done here. So what is our next step? Our next step is hover on this woman and click on a t-shirt. So you can see this t-shirt option is hidden. If I move mouse here, this t-shirt option is not visible, so you can't just copy the XPath of that t-shirt and copy that XPath of this t-shirt and paste like uh, find element by XPath of that t-shirt and just click. It is not that easy, because that element is hidden. We need to make it visible first. So to make it visible, what you do, you have to hover on woman. You don't have to click on woman, because if you click on woman, it is going to open a web page. So we don't want that. We just want to move mouse on that woman, then our t-shirt link is visible. Then using the XPath or whatever you want, our driver will be responsible to locate this t-shirt. Okay, so our first task is hover. Hover means move the mouse over this woman. Okay, and how we gonna do that? There is one class named action, because we are doing some action. There is like if I'm typing the key, I'm doing the action of key press. If I'm moving mouse, I'm doing the action of mouse moving of mouse. If I'm dragging and dropping something, I'm doing this action. So there is one class called action class, which is responsible for this action events. So how to declare that class? Action is equal to new action. So here you can see there are many action classes are available. So which class you want? We don't want this Java swing, we want Selenium action. Oh, it is an interface. Sorry, it is taking the interface one. I guess it's not action, it is actions. AC is equal to new. And if I press control space, no, new AC control space, here is okay. This is actions, and what it is, you can see here. If I select this, it wants some WebDriver object, and it is from Selenium. Okay, and driver. So that action class is accepting one driver. So now this action class knows that I want to take actions on which, so on these drivers, means whatever actions I have, means whatever functions or methods I have to perform for whom, I have to perform for this driver. And what driver? Driver is responsible for communicating with web browser. Okay, I understand this relationship. Okay, so now what I want to do, I want to move my mouse. So AC dot, you can see just after entering the dot, you can always, means I will always suggest you to whenever you see some new classes or something, press just dot in id, and just whenever you click, just read these references. It is very helpful. This documentation is very helpful. You may find some new methods here. Okay, so which method I want to move to element, because I want to move on that woman element, web element. So I will select this. What is my target? Okay, so target is that woman. And what is that woman? It is a web element. What is a web element? I already explained what is web element in my previous video. You can go and watch that. So I want to go on that web element. And how I can go on the web element? To go on web element, I need to go on browser. So who is responsible for communicating with browser? Driver. So who will help me to go to that woman? Driver will help me. So I need a help of driver. Driver dot find element by dot, okay, by dot XPath. What I have did, I have copied the XPath of this woman and pasted over it. So now my AC no move, it have to move to this element. Okay, so it knows that, it knows he have to do some work, he knows, but we have to tell him do it now. So just do it now means dot perform it now. Okay, so when I do this dot perform, what it will do, it will automatically move my mouse that's woman. So we already know when mouse goes to woman, what we get? We get this tops option, this t-shirt and blouses, whatever it is. Okay. So when we get this option, t-shirts, so my t-shirt is visible now, so I can copy the XPath of this t-shirt. You already know how to copy XPath, and just have to click on the t-shirt, simple. Okay. So I copied the XPath of that t-shirt, and I'm clicking on that t-shirt. So what I have did, I have moved my mouse to woman by using action and perform. Then I'm clicking on the t-shirt button, then waiting for 5 seconds, then logging out, then quitting. Okay, this is simple. Let's try this script, hope it works. Click on the sign in button, enter email ID, enter password, click on the sign in button, click on sign out, and that's it. So I guess that's it for today. Hope it answers not all but at least some of your questions, when to use what. And this is not standard way anyway to code. I'm not pro either, but at least this is not a right way, because this code is not reusable at all. So never follow the standard in your coding also. And again, and if you still have any questions or you want me to make a tutorial on any specific topic, just tell me some topics, like anything if you want. What is framework, or what is a test ng, or how to write test ng scripts, or anything, small topics, if you have any doubts. So it will also give me idea, yeah, I have to make video on these things, basic things, because it will be helpful for not just you but like too many peoples. So your comments will also help me to understand, because I'm making this video just because I got some doubts from some of my friends, and that only gave me idea to make this video. Hope it will help them also. And if you still have any doubts, ask me in comments and I will try to answer them. And one thing to remember, always go for a Maven project, don't use normal Java project. Even if it is not your demand, still go for this Maven project. I will suggest it will help you to manage the dependencies. Okay, so for now, that's it. Sayonara, bye.